Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines 2. This is Disarray Valley and our old port is ready to go. I fixed this little dip in here and now this road is called Garnet Street. So I had some overwhelmingly positive feedback from you with regards to this area, saying it looking really good as a port facility. And I do agree. I do like it as well. One thing that I am going to do, however, I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking over here with regards to using some road tools. I'm going to say you're not going to do that. You're not going to be allowed to do that. I would like to put a stop control, not on there, just on one of the areas. So please remove that straight away. I don't want to stop control. I actually wanted to remove it over here. And what we'll do is we'll remove that piece over there. Do we remove the other one? Yeah, probably we don't. But the idea generally is I'm hoping these guys will kind of give way appropriately over here. I don't mind these guys turning in here. Yeah, that's okay. That's not a problem. I just don't want this thing to become a traffic nightmare. But actually, traffic nightmares aren't too bad because that means it's something for us to resolve and fix in the future. Let's add a few more little zoning blocks over here. I'm gonna stay with the 2x2 kind of variety so that works a little bit better. What I might do is I might put a little path at the back there to just kind of manage my zoning a tad. If I do that, and if I do this, and if I do that, we'll get a bit better zoning to work on. And I'm kind of tempted to, if I do the upgrade tool, and we say no snapping, please, we can just, we'd just like to align it a little bit better. Over there, so that's good. So now that's we've sorted that out. That's a nice straight section now. So all good. That's fine. I don't mind that. Yeah, that one's been removed. These should be all good. Excellent. So let's quickly finish off the rest of this. Now the question is, do we go a little deeper? No, I don't think so. I think we'll just continue very nicely with some of these guys. That's going to be just fine. And then we might squeeze in a few more. Little kind of office spacey kind of things here. There we go. And I think that's going to be just enough of that. I might add a few bits and pieces around maybe some trees and shrubbery or something like that. But that should generally be pretty good. Now, one of the key things we would like to do is at least move on our bus stop. So now we've got a bus stop over here, kind of sorting out this area. Ideally speaking, we would have, of course, a similar one across the road here, though I don't necessarily think that's a. Anyway, we'll get a similar one on this side, and then what I thought we would do is we would run in over there, and maybe allocate a little bit of a bus stop right over there. Yeah, and we'll move that back out again. So now the idea is really, if we are going to use our bus lines, the Orchard line over here, can I add a? Can I move it over here? I generally cannot do that. Okay, well, let's go back in here and we'll say we're going to try and grab this line, put it in there, okay, and gonna grab ourselves some additional stops over here. So now it's got a bit of a turnaround in that area, and I'm quite happy with that maneuver. It's going to pop in here, drop people off over there, and then go back out. And that should be pretty useful. So hopefully we'll start seeing a little bit more people on the bus network. We obviously still need to do the rest of this area. In the last episode, we kind of just finished off with this. We really need to get rid of that. Maybe this is an ideal opportunity for us to put a bit of a facility in this area. And I can look at putting this underground, to be very honest with you. Yeah, we can kind of leave that. So I'm going to go and put this underground. So let's pause the game while we dismantle all of our... how come... There we go. While we dismantle all of this, right? Let's quickly... We're going to now put all of this underground. Presumably that'll be okay. And then we can actually use this as a bit of a park area. Still wanted to do... Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that as well. We'll go here. We'll say we're going to do power lines there. And we would like to go underground. Excellent. So, actually snaps to the road there. Second Moon Radio with your host. We'll do the realistic thing and run it all the way around on the outside here. You do find that high voltage infrastructure such as this is generally not under buildings. It's kind of in open spaces like parks, for instance. So now with that removed, we've got this little area over here. Now, what I'm thinking is let's do better with regards to what's happening with sewage and the likes. So what about... Oh, that's beautiful how that's all connected into this area. That's good. Here comes the bus. Going to drop people off over here. Hopefully there's nice a lot of people in there too at the moment. Now, we need to, if we go over here, we can see we don't actually have the appropriate waste treatment facilities. So let's get out of there and get ourselves some points to do something with. We've still got plenty of stuff that we need to maybe work on. Ooh, highways, large roads. Actually, we need to grab some of this stuff, I think, at some point. But before we do that, let's go and head into water infrastructure. Water treatment, please. Thank you so much. We'll close that out. Advanced water pumping station. Nothing too serious about that at the moment. Let's pop back in here. Now we've got wastewater treatment plant. That's right. You could almost say it's too much. My thoughts were we're building it in here. And if I have a look at this guy reduces some pollution and stuff and does a bit of purification here. So I was thinking this area over here is a nice little spot for providing some access. But actually maybe, better yet, we'll do it... We'll do it right over here. There we go. So that's good. Those guys never liked it whatsoever. What can we get here? We can get advanced filtering systems for further purification. And this gives us some additional treatment capacity. We're not going to do that. So with that guy up and running, I believe, yeah, should be all good. I think now we can go about switching this guy off. Please do that. Switch that off for me, please. So this area... becomes a little bit improved. Excellent. So hopefully that'll sort itself out over a little bit of time. I want to very quickly just level terrain, yeah, just a little bit like so, and then we'll go with a larger brush and just kind of, don't mind a little bit of cliff there. Something like that. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit on the edges there. So that's good. So this area will hopefully become nice and improved. We did have a bit of a park in this area also. So hopefully this will clear itself up over a little bit of time. Orchard Lane. Nice. Okay, so there we go. That is it for us for the time being. We do need to potentially increase our density over here just a little bit. We do have some really nice houses over here, but I think density might be the drive. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of that right now. So if we go here, we now have low rent housing, which we don't have any of. I'm thinking a little bit of low rent housing could be really good for us. And I'm kind of tempted to do it over here somewhere close by to the bus station, close by to the commercial district. It's actually a pretty nice area here. Let's see, if we were to say some low rent stuff, we'll have a bit of a look at our land value actually. Land value. It's not too bad. That area has got amazing land value. I have no idea why. But the land value over here was higher, and now it's lower because of, I'm assuming, what we've done there. Anyway, that's okay. That's okay. These are all pretty high value stuff. Those don't seem to be. So let's get out of here. So this area over here maybe is a good spot. That's a medical clinic. Yeah, I think this area here could do with a little bit of right here on Pine Street, maybe just a little bit over there. So just a little block of low rent housing, quite close to the medical clinic. It's got its own little nice park area over here. We'll see. Maybe it's a little awkward in that spot by itself, but that we'll leave it be for now. Now, what I want to do is get some further row housing going on. We've just got the one here that is not, that is the European style. We are going to continue our journey with the American style. I don't want that. We want to... What's the sizing? That actually one... Okay, interesting. So if we were to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, that'll increase our density straight away. So we'll go about finishing off some more of these things. I may go and drop that one and that one and that one so I can finish it all off. We will do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and now we can slowly over time see a bit of an infill of medium density over here. Excellent. And we can look at what we can do in terms of a nice park around this area. I thought it might be useful for us to give ourselves a little bit more. What is that? That high density residential. So mixed housing is apartment style buildings with commercial space at the bottom. So let's do our very first little section of mixed, and maybe let's give it a little bit of gap and put it in over there. That's a fairly smallish building here. A little bit of mixed there. And then what we'll do... Oh, what is this? New signature building available. The Bolter Pines, a stone monolith that diversifies and enhances its surroundings. So it's a row house. But it's a pretty cool row house. And I'm kind of tempted to put it in a corner like over here somewhere. So I think that's what I'm going to try and look for. So if we go to signature buildings, we've got this guy, a +3 well-being for everything within. That's fine. But I would like you to go off of... How come? Oh, we're not snapping? We should be snapping. Come on. There we go. I'm kind of thinking like right over there. It'll stand out tremendously over there. What's that? 750. Actually, maybe we should just do it over there so that we get a lot more coverage. Actually, maybe right over here. Let's do that. So there we go. It's like an architectural marvel. It actually stands out pretty nicely where we've got it over there. So that's good. So that gives us a little bit better area to go on. These takes ages to build, don't they? Okay, we need a little bit more commercial going on over in this area. So let's have a look what we've got in terms of commercial. It's still pretty minor stuff. Let's give ourselves... If we were to do something like that, what are we looking for in terms of those buildings? This is the school. Right, that's going to be fairly useful. Oh, there's our low-rent housing. Very few people actually live there. That's good. A little bit more commercial over there, and the rest is doing okay. This should be covering up all of our water needs, and in all honesty, I think we might actually be selling water now. No, not the case. I do wonder about it. Yeah, so from a services perspective, certainly not actually. Oh, obviously we don't have water connection to the to the external areas. I think that's okay. Hopefully this will dissipate over time and we won't need to worry about that too much. What I thought we do need to do quickly over here before we go too far away is let's just get a little bit of trees and stuff in here. What did we use? We've got a couple of oaks, and then we've got, is this still oak? I think this might still be oak. Yeah, oak and birch, yeah. A little bit of birch, a little bit of oak in this area will do us nicely. So if we go and grab some birch, we'll give ourselves the multiple areas. So just do a little bit of birch all through here. And then we go through and put a smattering of oak in there. Much smaller, a little bit less. We wouldn't want tons of oak here, but a little bit can't do too poorly. And what I was kind of wondering is whether we do maybe a little smattering of green bushes. Okay, and we'll grab another green bush and we'll just go to the singular one and we'll maybe do a little bit of detailing like that to kind of maybe have it look like there's some slightly awkward sized yards and stuff in here. Okay, and then what I'm also going to do, well, it's not quite right. So if we do a little bit more like that and something like that, these houses are getting a little bit better. Maybe we'll add a path or two in here too. Let's grab a little path and what we'll do, we'll kind of find a way to make it meander in this area without, of course, removing the trees. And what I was wondering is whether if we get close to the edge here, it really doesn't. Oh, there we go. I kind of like that a little bit. Yeah, it really doesn't quite want to. Oh, I love that. Love that. I think that's going to look really good in future. See where this is going. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. We still need to kind of make use of some of this area. Something like that gives us access to all of this. What we can then also do is I'm obviously going to just run that out there. That's pretty cool. We're going to run a little path out that way. And we're going to try and tie a little path in over here. So there's various places where we're actually tying in. Now, I don't think we'll be able to... That won't actually connect, would it? No. If we were to do a little something like this... No! Lost one of our nicest houses here due to this path. Jeez. Anyway, we'll live with it. It's okay. That'll kind of work. So now we've got some paths in here, so we can really kind of clean this area up a little bit more. Kind of tempted to just remove that little stub that we've got there. And now we can kind of use some of these plots and so on, and it'll make it look a little bit nicer. That is really good. Okay, we need to really... people are really happy. High taxes and high crime, actually. The crime is starting to become a little bit of an issue. Now, let's add... I'm not too sure whether we're doing a lot more at this point. Oh, actually, before let's finish off a little bit more. We can do a little bit more here. Actually, let's finish off all of this stuff in terms of row housing, and then we'll do some bus bus infrastructure, and we'll kind of leave that episode there. I think we'll do that. We'll actually give them time to just slowly do their thing. I do hope that we're not going to get funny links, right? The links are seemingly working. So all of this is fine. We'll get that to go, and all of these are going, so we'll get that to go as well. So this is a bit of a row housing district. It looks pretty good. We don't really have... So from a shopping center perspective, maybe actually now is a good time to provide a little bit of parking in this area. If we were to grab maybe... across from the school, we'll grab a little bit of parking over there. It should be fine. Give us a little bit of access here. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind that. Then across from the school, we can also do slightly more of this kind of low density stuff here, which presumably will fill itself in over time. I mean, we will upzone this area. Could we actually, to be honest, can I just do I and get... hang on. Can we try... What's happening? I want this. Why are you... Okay, interesting. If we were to do that, why? Oh, jeez. If we do that, Amity Lane over here, just get that so they redo a little bit of this. And that gives us a little bit more room for some stuff in here, I think. Did I want to do... Yeah, no, I was just going to do that, I think. I think that'll work pretty nicely, actually. And we'll just do this and a little bit of that. There we go. So let's do that. That's a little bit more infill there. And we'll slowly get all of this to come in. And this will be a little commercial cluster in the center here. A little bit of parking going on. All good. All good. Now, let's do some bus work. So the idea is I think I'm going to do a bit of a loop in here. So we get a bus to run that area. In order for us to make that work, we need some bus stops. So buses will... What's our road configuration looking like? So buses can come out and do the other direction. Okay, that's good. So if we assume we'll have a bus, where will we actually run the bus? Interesting. Too many orchard streets, man. Too many orchard streets. Now let's get ourselves a bus stop. What is that bus? Oh, that's the intercity bus. I'm kind of wondering. I'm in two minds as to where I actually do this. So that's what we've got there. So let's do. We'll go up and we'll do one over here. Then one in this area. Then we'll kind of run it down here. Okay, and then should we... Yeah, I think we're going to go to the other side as well. We're going to come up here. And even in there, we'll... maybe we'll have a stop right over there. And maybe we'll have a stop right over here somewhere. And then what we'll do is we'll come back and have a stop right here. Yeah, I'm not sure that's necessary. And then we'll tie it off over there. So we'll do a little bit of a loop in this area. And we'll do a separate loop through those suburbs, at least to get people to the bus station. Let's make a start. So if we start it off, we'll say, you make a start for me over here. Then you can oops, then you can stop there. Stop there. So now it's just a bit of a suburban loop. Because it's... Why? Why would you not? Anyway, we'll come back and sort that out. Go underneath there, so no traffic issues, what to speak from. Why would you not just go straight? I don't know. Maybe it's easier to do that. And we go over there, and then we come back across over here, and we conclude. Now that you're there, complete the route like so. Excellent. Give me that next route. So bus line 3 is a High Gardens line. Let's call it the High Gardens Loop. High Gardens Loop. And the High Gardens Loop will be of color scheme. We make it a nice bluish kind of color like so. Yeah, that's a pretty nice little color. Then let's have a look at that. High Gardens Loop, we would like fewer vehicles on it, maybe 4 vehicles on the High Gardens Loop, please. Excellent. And day and night, or just day? Let's do a day and night. Here we go. That's good. Now, one more. We want one to do this area. We haven't got a name for this area yet, so let's put a district in place. Please. If you wanted to name this area, I might actually extend High Gardens to include this. Well, actually, no. Let's not do that. Let's do this area. Let's do that. So if we were go down Prospect Street over here. Actually, we'll include the college campus. We'll run it down the edge here. And actually then we'll kind of run it to the back of this area. Like so. Excellent. Oh, that's where the paths actually work really well. Yeah, I want to keep Orchard Street out of the mix, just in case we want to apply something funny there. So let's do that. There we go. This area is Bedford Croft. I actually don't mind Bedford Croft. And that could be Bedford College. I like it. Let's call that Bedford College. That is cool. I like it. Bedford College. Bedford College in Bedford Croft, and this will be the Bedford bus line. So let's do get some more of these nice facilities in place. So if we are popping out here, we can, yeah, we could presumably make a bit of a start here. And I'm kind of tempted to well, we'll see how that goes. So the idea really is we will have stop here, stop there. We won't necessarily be overlapping with the other route. So let's get ourselves something over here in this area. We'll make a stop on that street there. We will go in here, get a bit of a pickup, and then come back and make ourselves stop in a few different locations there. There's a stop there. Maybe you can walk that entire stretch. Is that okay? Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable actually. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll do one more stop over here somewhere. Hopefully that's all good. So that's a nice little loop there. It seems fairly reasonable. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And then we'll just run it through there. So let's get our tool and we'll start off another line. I would like you to make a start over there. You will be stopping here. Then you turn in. Stop there. Stop there. Over here. Over there. Come and stop there. Stop over there. Stop in there. You stop there. And there. And come back. And finish it off. There we go. Nice. Next line done. So let's just have another quick look at this. We'll grab our lines over there. So this is the Bedford line. Bedford line. Let's give Bedford a nice reddish color. Ooh, actually a nice little pinkish color over there. And that should do the trick. So if we open the Bedford line, we want again fewer vehicles, maybe 4 of them on the Bedford line as well. Day and night operation is all good. I do want these ticket prices to be nice and low, actually. So $2. What was the other lines' pricing? I don't actually have an idea, right? So the High Gardens Loop. Let's get that down to $2 at least. Don't necessarily need to make tons of money off of these guys. You just want more people on the bus. To give them access to stuff. Islands Extension. That could be a little bit more pricey. That's $5. That's okay. And then what's our last line? The Orchard line. Let's have a look at the Orchard line. That's $2 too. Okay, excellent. So I think generally speaking, we're doing a pretty reasonable job with regards to our public transport. Our infill development here is going nice and strong. Let's quickly finish that off. We'll slowly allow for further expansion. Look at this. Nice new areas over here. When we have a look at this, do we have anything here? Okay, so in terms of park, if we wanted to do a large plaza, large city park, if I wanted to do a large city park, somewhere like that, and then what we'll do is we'll expand it a little bit further. And what I'll do is I'm also going to grab it. I'm just going to say relocate, please. And I'm going to say stop snapping it. And we'll just pull it away a little bit. This is a bit of a trick that I saw some other YouTubers do. Just a little bit further away. So it kind of looks a little bit more dynamic. Now, this is okay. I think I don't mind that too much. And then, oh, it's really actually pretty good in this area. We'll see about adding some paths to the mix here. And then some trees. And maybe we'll do that now and finalize the episode in such a way. We only have a few more minutes in this episode. All of these guys are filling in, so I can do those last 2 little slithers. There and there. And that should be pretty good. So this area should be really good from a commercial perspective, I think. If I wanted to grab commercial, we are starting to see this area starting to brighten up a little bit in terms of customers. That's good. We haven't really done much more in terms of medium density, but I really want to. So we can do, I think we should do a few kind of buildings along the way here. But what I wouldn't mind is just having this as a massive park area on the water's edge. Even expand into here, really, with maybe a little bit of a pedestrian footpath and something like that. Could be a really nice little feature, especially if we decide to go high density in the future in this area, which I think we will. It's going to look really good if we kind of continue to upzone this area into high density. That'll be good. That'll be really good. So let's do a few paths through here. So we'll start it off by maybe doing a little bit of a path over there. So we don't want to get crazy with regards to what we're doing with the paths.
The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores.
There we go. We just want to slowly allow people to have a bit of a jogging track kind of situation going on here. Maybe that's a little extreme there. So let's do. So generally, you don't want to do too crazy a thing here. Go through there. It's not gonna bother us too much to do that. And we can even run it on the edge here and tie it into that path. So ultimately, that's giving people access to a lot of stuff. So for something like this, we're just going to tie it in over there, just something like that. We don't need to get too crazy. Because we've got that little path there, we may as well tie it in over here. I can obviously also always zone this again in the future, but I don't think I'm gonna zone this now. Maybe just a little briefly. And what we could do is we could just do a little bit of that, so it looks a little bit more interesting, and people have a slightly more direct path towards their other path. Yeah, something like that looks pretty interesting. We will want to run some pathing down there, and we'll do pathing on this side also. We want to try and keep it pretty square in this area. That's good. You will need a little bit of this. There we go. People will like that. That's okay. Did we want to run a little? Yeah, let's do a little something like this. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. One thing that I did wonder about is whether we can just do a bit of a crossing over here as a bit of a pedestrian bridge. I like the idea. A pedestrian arch bridge. I wanted to do that. Well, it'll obviously go there. Let's do what is this, a cable stay? Yeah, so if we do a cable stay bridge like this. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Let's build that one. Pretty low, but we don't need boats in this area. Then what we'll do is we'll do that. And that. I like that idea. Similarly, on this side, we might actually just run it straight over there, and now we've got access to that area here, and we might in the future expand this out a little bit further. But that kind of looks really low, but anyway, I think that's fine. I don't think we need anything more impressive than that. See what we do with the rest of this area. So guys, I think that's where we're going to call it. Thank you so much for watching. It's a slow process, but I enjoy kind of slowly building things out. I think we're doing a pretty reasonable job. Our population is growing, almost 5,000 people now. Our density is slowly increasing over here. Our commercial activity is popping in a little bit. Let's quickly have one more look at entertainment. So we want leisure. Do we have any commercial style leisure? We would. So we don't. So what is it? Is it tourism then? Yeah, so tourism, we have a Brag and Roost there. We've got a few spots over there. So there's one little piece of restaurant in this area. That's looking pretty good here. Yeah. So that's looking quite nice. And it's looking quite nice now. So this area's value should probably increase a fair bit. If we have a quick look at our building levels, they're still pretty low in this area. The well-being should be pretty reasonable. We might have a look at our services in the next episode. And I do still want to do a little bit of a farming town somewhere. But these green spaces here, I think, is going to be pretty cool. Any big traffic issues? No, I think we've resolved any of the real traffic situations here. Still want to do something pretty interesting in this location, but other than that, all good. Oh, look at this parking area, nice and filled in. I like that a lot. And how's the rest of this looking? All good, actually. Ooh, we've got a few more smokestacks than I would like here. Not too bad. I mean, not too bad, but it's something that we might keep an eye on. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.